Are you switching the recording?
Done? Yep.
Okay, great. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Today is March 8th, and the time is 12:03 p.m. A quorum is present. All, with the exception of one board member, is present. Rick is not present. The meeting has been duly called, and notice of the meeting was posted as required by law. Is there anyone here for public comment?
No, I believe there's no one here to comment for the public comment. Just making sure. No, okay. No, we're good.
Okay. And if that changes during the meeting, will we come back to it?
No.
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 Okay. All right, then we're going to move on to consent items. And are there any changes to the consent items? Like 1 through 8. Texas board. No? You did it again, didn't I? Right, it's not okay. Tell me to stop. Do I hear a motion to approve consent items 1 through 8? On the agenda?
Make the motion to approve the consent items from today.
Here a second? Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimously. The consent items are approved. All right, we have one separate item. I'm passing it. James.
Yes, thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. This is actually part 2 of a process of completing the sale of the property at 312 West McKinney in Denton to Responsive Ed Holdings. Last June 25, the Responsive Ed Texas Board approved the sale and the amount of the sale. Today, what we're doing is we're looking to conclude that. It does not, just to be clear, does not relate to approving the finance. So I want to be very clear to that. There might have been a little misleading on the agenda. What it has, that was 2 parts. The first relates to the fact that this building is a building that was purchased as an interim by Responsive Ed Texas to house the Denton Classical Academy until such time as the permanent facility was constructed.
Right. And that had to do with the fact that the building that we were in, we no longer had
That's right.
availability to. We had quite a few parents that were, upset if we were to close that school and not come up with a solution. We came up with a really good solution that's resolved that.
Yeah.
So that's just addressing that building that was the resolution to that particular issue.
Right.
Right. That's exactly right. We needed a gap. We needed something to fill the gap for Responsive Ed Texas so that the school could continue until such time as the permanent facility was complete. And so at the end of the next school year, we expect, and obviously we need to go through the construction process and other things. We expect that the permanent facility will be complete. And so part of this is to take this property and sell it to Responsive Ed Holdings, which is our real estate holding company that is associated in a subsidiary of Responsive Ed. And what we're asking for today are 2 parts to that. One is to establish a lease so that when we complete the sale, that Responsive Ed Texas will enter into a lease. And this lease will then allow Responsive Ed Holdings to get financing for that facility. So it's a separate transaction, but that lease is important for the conclusion of this sale. The second part, it relates to how we designate that lease on the books for Responsive Ed Texas, such that the board is just designating that it will fall under the master trust indenture for Responsive Ed Texas. And so this is just a manner of with a lease. In this case, it will be considered a long-term lease that it be designated as part of the master trust indenture, which is where we maintain all of our debt associated with our facilities.
Which is really the the bond.
Through the bonds, yes, but it's anything that is considered debt and with the various changes in rules related to leases and things like that, we need to designate that under the master trust indenture. So it's two parts to this. One is approving the lease, and the second is to how Responsive Ed Texas categorizes that lease under the master trust indenture. Those are the two resolutions that are before us today.
And so a lease is a debt. So
A lease is a
it's
debt.
payment that you have to make on behalf of.
Exactly. And so that's what we are requesting today, those two resolutions. Just for your information, the original price that we had for the facility, to kind of close out the information. The board had approved selling the property for the original purchase price plus any fees, plus any renovation costs that were necessary to operate the school for the 25-26 school year. Those costs have come to a total of approximately 2.7 million, which would be what Responsive Holdings would pay for the facility as part to close out this transaction. So I am requesting approval of the two resolutions that are before you related to the master lease and categorization under the master trust indenture.
Okay, two separate resolutions, so two separate motions, two separate.
Two separate resolutions. I don't know if we have to do two separate motions, but definitely two separate resolutions associated with it.
Yeah, just keep it clean up. Two separate.
That's fair.
Any questions? All right. Just keep the first one is the lease. So do I hear a motion to approve the lease agreement between Responsive Ed Holdings and Responsive Ed Texas? That's right. Authorizing the execution and delivery of documents necessary to carry out related loan financing, strike that, and containing other related matters. Do I hear that motion?
I'll motion.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. And the lease is approved. Right, so the second is the resolution authorizing, do I hear a motion authorizing the designation of the lease under the master trust? As mentioned in the discussion, that's a debt that a lease is a debt that would go into the master trust. That's responsible. Do I hear a motion to
Make a motion. Ready?
do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The second motion approving the debt to the master trust. Master of these two, master trust, is approved unanimously. And can just, the language around that, make sure you clean that up. Any other questions? Anything else to bring before the board? I think we're going to go into closed session now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sorry. Pursuant to section 551.074, 551.076, the Texas Government Code, we are authorized to go into closed session. No votes will be taken until we reconvene in open session. Okay, and ready to record you are recording. Okay, so we're going to come in back in from closed session. Our quorum is still present. The time is 12:53, and we are going to. I'm going to ask for a motion to for what we discussed thoroughly in closed session to approve the level 3 grievance, the findings of the level 3 grievance. Do I hear that motion?
Yeah, I'll make the motion to uphold the level 3 grievance.
Do I hear a second?
Aye.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That motion to approve the level 3 findings of the level 3 grievance was approved unanimously. Are there any questions? The meeting is adjourned.